choose. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment. Also, hit the notification bell so that you know every time that I upload new videos. I upload new videos bi-weekly on Fridays, and sometimes I do random bonuses and also challenges. So I'm excited to have you. If this is your first time, welcome to the I Choose family, where we talk about life and prosperity. Y'all, I am so excited. Listen, I could not wait to get in front of this camera this morning because y'all know I love to share life experiences with you. I love to give you principles that you can use and apply to your life. Y'all know that this is the month of October, so we only have 3 months left in this year. So much has happened, good and bad. So I'm just excited for this last quarter. Like, we started this year off talking about vision, purpose, all of those good things. So if you haven't accomplished some of your goals, I want you to go back and look at your vision board and see what else you can check off in the next 90 days. I'm just so excited for the future, and I hope that you are too. And I woke up so excited this morning because I went on Facebook and someone liked a really old video from last year when I was on a study abroad trip. And during that trip, I came on Facebook and I just wanted to share like why I started the military. And my theme of this video was everyone has a story. And to listen to this video over a year, like this was last year, 2019, in the summer. And so to go back and listen to that video, it just motivated me, y'all. It brought me to tears. It did some confirmation for me, like telling me that I'm on the right path and I'm going the right way. At this time, I did not have a YouTube channel, y'all. I didn't have a business either. Like, I didn't have a business. I wasn't a business owner at this time. So to see all that I have accomplished in less than a year by talking about the same principles that I had applied to my life and I always apply to my life. You're going to watch the video. Yes, I am going to share the whole video with you. But I just wanted to do an introduction before I showed y'all the video. But I'm just going to talk about a few things that I talked about in there, which was I always have prepared myself before I had to transition. So before I left school, I had already started the process of signing up for the military, and I was able to leave 12 days after I graduated. Okay, even leaving out of the military, if you don't know, I was medically retired out of the military, and I started preparing myself to transition out of the military more than a year. I was getting my finances in order, trying to figure out what I was going to do. I did start a business, so I was doing like life insurance and things like that. I also started applying for colleges and things like that. So I have always prepared myself. I never wait till the last minute. And that's what I want to share with you guys today. If there's something that you want to do, if you're about to transition from one place to another place, if you're moving, if you're going from another job, starting another, whatever it is that you want to do, do not wait till the last minute. Prepare yourself. Like, take the time to get yourself ready so that you can have a smooth transition into the next season of your life, so that you're not frustrated, you're not stressed out, you're not dealing with anxiety, and you're very clear and you know exactly what it is that you want to do. So if you don't know, I'm about to get ready to do another transition, and that's why this word was like a on-time word for me. It just motivated me so much, y'all. I don't want to cry on here. Well, listen, I'm about to transition out of school to back into the career, back into the workforce. So, it's a lot of anxiety that come, like, am I finding the right job? Like, should I run with the business? Like, what should I be doing? And so I talked to my mentor. I think in the multitude of counsel there is safety. So you always want to have a good ear, like someone who could be around you, who's in the place where you want to be. So that's where I started. First of all, I talked to God about it, and I just asked Him to lead me and guide me in the right direction. He says the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. I'm excited, y'all. Let me calm down a little bit. So I begin to ask Him to guide me in the right places. Then I talked to my mentor, and he gave me a lot of good nuggets and told me what it is I need to start doing. So I started taking those principles and doing them, y'all. And everything just started to line up. So I'm starting to feel very confident about what's about to happen. Now, you also know on my part, what I could control, I started this YouTube channel to where I can give back to people and teach them about finances and things like that. That's what I have a passion for. So I started running with that, right? It's almost been a year since I've been on YouTube, and I'm just consistent with it, all right? Also, starting my business, I Choose, where I sell piggy banks and things like that. I have the I Choose logo and t-shirts, apparel. So if you haven't been to my website, check it out, visit it, leave me some comments, chat with me on there, and just give me some feedback on the website as well. But that's something else that I have launched and I have started. So I'm just really preparing myself, and just even mentally, for what's going to happen. Like, I'm no longer going to be in school, so I need to know how to manage my time, how to get to work on time, and all of those new things that come and new challenges that come. So I'm excited to share this video with y'all. I'm not going to talk any longer. I want y'all to look at this video. It's talking a little about my life and why I went to the military and things like that. So it's very interesting. And please, please, please leave a comment at the end. I know this video is pretty long, but it's full of good information. Y'all leave me some comments. I love y'all. Take care. Be blessed as always. So y'all, let's roll over. Hello. I hope that everybody is doing well today. I just wanted to let you know that everybody has a story. Like, you may think that your story is not valuable, but your story is valuable. It could motivate, encourage, or uplift someone else. Someone will be able to relate to your story. God has given us all a plan and a purpose for our life. And I'm just like really coming into reality with this, because as I sit down and talk with my classmates and also my teacher, everybody's just going around sharing their story, because we don't know anything. What major they're taking, why did you take that major, what caused you to do study abroad, just asking all different types of questions about our personal life. And I'm like, wow, like everybody's story was just so amazing. We have a very diverse group that's here with us. So I'm just learning so much from them. And I'm really understanding the power of connections and how we have to connect with other people if we want to go further, faster in our careers. You cannot be alone by yourself. Listen, if you want to build a business, you have to be in the people business if you want to soar and take off. And it is powerful when you have connections with people who are willing to share wealth, knowledge with you, and share their different contacts with you as well. So I wanted to come to you guys and just share a little bit of my story. I want to take you back to the beginning, because one of the major questions they was asking me was, why did you join in the military? Like, I'm here studying and everything like that, so they all think that I just graduated from high school. And I'm like, no, I didn't just graduate from high school. Like, I had a whole nother career before I started school. So a little bit about me. So what you guys probably don't know is that I actually signed my contract to go to the military when I was in going to the 11th grade. So the summer of my 11th grade year, I actually signed my contract to go to the military. And the reason why is because my guidance counselors and everybody was just like, you gotta start filling out applications, like, don't wait till the last minute. And I'm like, SATs? No, I'm not taking the SATs. My parents don't have the money to send me to college. I have been working since I was 15 years old, so I always was on a grind. And I'm like, I'm not going to college and not have any money. Like, that was my concern. Like, I don't want to be a struggling college student. Like, no. Like, I'd rather go to the military. It's a win-win situation all around. I can work, they're gonna pay me. I can go to college because they're gonna pay for it. And also I can travel the world. And I had did 3 years in ROTC. So I knew that I would go in with a higher rank. So because of that, I went and, you know, I signed up. I took my ASVAB test and everything. And so the recruiter was like, listen, your score is not the requirement that we want right now. So you may have to take the test over, or you may have to wait until we are accepting your score. This is what he told me when I was in the 11th grade. And so I was just so sad. And I was like, God, please help me. You know that this is the desire of my heart, and this is what I really want to do. I really have a passion for ROTC because I'm for the military. Because when I was in ROTC, like, I did everything. I was a part of the track and field. You know, I was a part of all the exhibition teams. I was a part of everything, like everything. And I grew in rank while I was in ROTC, and I did that for 3 years at Tempe Big Tech High School. So I really enjoyed it, and I went on all the trips. So I went to different Navy bases, and so I just really wanted to do it. So he calls me the next day, and he's like, Vonda, guess what? We're accepting your score today. So if you want to come, you need to get down here today and come fill out this paperwork. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm so happy. I'm like, Mama, they called me. So I go down to the office, I go to MEPS, and I fill out my paperwork, and it's taking all day. Like, listen, you talking about violated? They violated me. They had me around here quacking like a duck. If you was in the military, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, I was like, what is going on? What am I signing up for? Like having to do your urine test in front of someone. They watch you, all kind of stuff. And I was like, I'm still doing it. I was holding on tight. So by the time the recruiter came, he was like, okay, it's time for you to pick your job. I'm like, awesome. I go back there, and they're like, okay, well, we have these 3 jobs. These are the only jobs we have open. You got to pick one. So they started talking about a bosun mate. And I'm like, okay, what is a bosun mate? They're like, they drive the ship, they navigate. I'm like, oh, that's a cool job. Like, I'm going to be a bosun mate. And so little did I know that this job was like one of the hardest jobs, one of the oldest rates in the Navy. And so I'm all excited. So, you know, when school get back in, I tell my Master Chief, like, Master Chief, guess what? I signed my contract. Like, I'm leaving to go to the Navy. I have my date. And he was like, so what's your job? I'm like, a bosun mate. He's like, a bosun mate. He's like, Hopkins. Like, you really signed up to be a bosun mate? I'm like, Master Chief, what's a bosun mate? He like, Hopkins, you look like a bosun mate. He was like, you'll find out when you get to the Navy. So I'm just like, what did I sign up for? But I'm still excited. So I go to boot camp. Now mind you, I leave 12 days after I graduate. So I never knew what it felt like to like be on my own, like just graduated from high school, you know, be an adult. I went from one thing to the next thing. Not even a month later, 12 days later, I left and I joined the military. And I'm not even gonna tell you about boot camp, because boot camp is a whole nother story. Y'all will be cracking up at my stories. But God has always sent me people to help me get through situations. I'm so serious. Like, I had a friend in boot camp that helped me get through boot camp, but that's another story. And she probably on my Facebook Live now, like, you know who you are, okay? We made it, okay? So, anywho, I do my time in boot camp. And so before I left, my recruiter already told me, like, when you get there, don't play around. Make sure you learn so that you can advance real quick and all this kind of stuff like that. So in my mind, I'm like, I ain't here to play. I'm not trying to go out. I never spend no money. When I went to school, like, I literally, everybody was out partying and everything. You know, I was studying. I actually graduated really high in my schooling. So So they was like, oh, where you want to go? I'm like, I'm trying to go all the way across the other side of the rail because I don't want to be nowhere near Florida. Okay, so I was like, either Japan or I want to go to California. So since I scored high, I got to pick. Since I scored high in school, I get to pick like on the first list of where I want to go. So guess what? I got California. So I was all excited with California. So I go to California and I get to my first ship. All right. So, the females that already hit me up with like, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that. I'm like, okay, cool. So this one girl, this was the thing. When I got to California, it was diverse people, like all types of people. And in Florida, all I know is Puerto Ricans. If you Puerto Rican or you black, Mexican or white, okay? When I got over there, it was like, I'm Filipino. Like the first girl who I met who actually became like one of my mentors, I seen her, I was like, girl, you look like Pocahontas. And she was like, I was like, where are you from? She like, Hawaii. I'm like, Hawaii? I never met someone from Hawaii before. And so she was like, yeah, I'm Hawaiian, I'm Samoan and Tongan. I'm like, what? So I'm like blown away. Like I'm having a culture shock, like out of this world. Like, and what you eat? Like, where you from? Like, I'm just so blown away. Like, y'all should have seen me. I was so green to the whole world. Like I've been in this box. I thought all Asians was Chinese. Like, no, I'm Vietnamese. No, I'm Filipino. Like, what part of the world you come from? Like, y'all, it's funny, but everybody's just laughing at me. But I just learned so much. So I found out everybody wasn't Chinese. All right. Then so I'm on my ship, right? So one of my leaders, he was like, Hopkins, you got a license? I'm like, yeah, I got a license. He was like, well, how about you pick up this broom and you drive this broom? And I'm like, what? Like, so they started telling me what to do. And so I really learned the system. I was like, okay, I gotta learn this system. I gotta study as much as I can because the quicker I go up in rank, the less people can tell me what to do. And so what I'm telling you on this reason why I'm sharing my story today is I want to let you know that that's what I found out that helped me in every area of my life. I find and I learn out the system and I climb the charts because that's the less people can tell you what to do and the more money you can make. That's all I was thinking about. So yeah, they used to be mean to me. They used to tell me all kind of stuff. But I'm like, all right, I'm gonna listen because you don't know I've been studying. Like, you don't know what I be doing on my off time. Like, every day I'm studying past these tests because you're not gonna tell me what to do. That's my whole mindset, right? It's crazy, but that was my mindset. So, I used to go home, used to study, everything. And so I actually hit rank. I hit rank like E4. As a BM, that's good. Less than 2 years being in Navy. Less than 2 years. I'm telling people what to do. Like, yeah. So now me and you at the same level. Now you can't tell me what to do. So then, second class come. And I'm like, Lord God, I need you to help me on this test. I take the test first time, I don't pass. I'm crying. Like, every day I'm crying. Like, I ain't passed the test. Which, like, in the military, in the Navy, you can actually pass the test and still don't meet the quotas. So it doesn't mean I didn't pass the test, but I didn't meet the quota that they was, they take a certain amount of people. So I was like, next time, so I was like, no, I gotta study everything. And what they do is they'll give you like 10 books and tell you to study everything. So I start studying. I'm studying every single day because I'm like, I'm gonna make this test. And I passed the exam. I'm a second class in less than 4 years. So I climbed the charts really high. And what I want to tell y'all is, like I said, I signed my contract my 11th this summer, going into my 12th grade year. So I never wait. I never procrastinate. I always examine myself, see where I'm at, see what I want to do, and begin to release it unto God. Don't wait. Like, I'm in college right now, but I need to know what it is that I want to do before college is over, before USF is over. Am I gonna go get my master's degree? Am I gonna open up my own business? Like, I have to write the vision and make it plain and clear. Don't wait till the last minute. And listen, go study this stuff out on your own. Find out whatever industry you in. If you're going to school, be the best student. Like I'm in school, be the best student that you can be. If you're in medical school, be the best nurse that you can be. Whatever it is, be the best. Learn the system, master the system, and teach other people. And that's another thing about me. If anybody that's on here that's been in the military, been in school, any area of my life, when people come to me and they say, Vonda, how you did this? Or Vonda, am I getting all of my benefits? Vonda, how did you sign up for school? Whatever they ask me, I help them. I help them. I don't withhold no information. Why? Because what God has for me is for me. It's for me. Like, I don't compare myself to nobody else. I'm me. He says he give grace to the humble, but he resists the proud. If I stay humble, God gonna supply my every needs. And guess what? We can all work together and we can all eat. And that's why I like to see my people excel and go higher. Even as a leader, when I was in leadership, the reason why people respected me so much, even though I was mean to my sailors some days, I used to tell them, like, listen, if you don't get this work done, I bought changing clothes. I don't have no life. I don't have no man. So listen, y'all better act right. But the reason why they respected me so much when I was in the military is because I would get down there and I would work with them. I never told them to do something that I would not do. And as leaders, a lot of times, that's one of the main key leadership roles. Never tell a person to do something that you would not do. And so I trained them, and guess what? They continue to train other people, and they had great respect for me. So I just wanted to share that with y'all real quick. Look, I'm not filtering this at all. I just wanted to release that. Maybe it may be a blessing to somebody, but that's just a little bit a part of my story and how I got started and why I had a desire to go to the military and how that I continue to do that over and over. Know where I'm at and continue to go for the next thing before something expires. Before it expires, start looking for ventures. Never get in a place where you just complacent, you get too comfortable and you don't know what you want to do and you don't write your vision. So blessings be upon y'all, and remember that those that do know their God shall be strong and do exploits. Take care. I love y'all, and I'm here, and I'm continuing to connect. Continue to connect with people. Don't get in a place to where you just isolate yourself and you think that the whole world is against you. That's not true. That's a lie from the enemy. Like, he will plant lies in your head to make you think that people don't want to see you win. But guess what? At the end of the day, God will put those right people in your life that will help you grow higher in the things that you grow higher and go further faster. So I love you guys. Take care. Be blessed. Bye bye.